Yeah, I really tend to agree with a lot of that. Seems to be some of the best ideas I've heard yet. But we got to really see what the. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Just having a quick little chat here with my main man Docket and big man Thrall. We were just discussing a few of the aspects of vanilla World of Warcraft, and they seem to kind of be on the same page with a lot of the thoughts they have about it. Really think we should listen to them on it. Want to keep a lot of things the way they were. Don't really want to change too much at all. They actually filled out the survey that we're going to talk about here in a quick minute, and I think you guys should too. Let us know what you're thinking. If you want to know where it's at, check out the
This little
description
video I'm
below.
going to do on a survey here. Some of you may or may not have seen it. This was passed to me by a couple of different friends of mine on a few occasions over the past week, and I had looked at it, wanted to do a video about it. However, I wanted to wait a little bit longer to see how the responses were. As you can tell, there's been over 30,000 responses to this survey. And my understanding was it was created by a fan of vanilla World of Warcraft. I was also informed that the community managers from Blizzard had some level of interest in the survey. However, I have been unable to find any kind of direct links or blue post quote to directly state that they do have or what level of interest they may or may not have. I do feel it's likely something Blizzard would or should have some interest in, especially if it receives enough publicity and or enough votes. If anyone's got a link to an official blue post in response to this or any information about it, I'd really appreciate if you could leave a link to that in the comments section below. Generally speaking, though, I'm a person to err on the side of caution when it comes to making considerations about, well, dare I say, changes to vanilla World of Warcraft. It's literally better to do absolutely nothing than it is to give them an inch and watch Blizzard take the liberty of, well, several feet or a mile, it may seem, when it gets there. I would hate to see a few minor changes turn into something that's completely a different game, though I understand they get it from their last Q&A that they did. I personally only wish to see a few minor additions, nothing that would impact the way the game plays, one being guild banks. Simply stated, if you've never had to manage a guild bank, having 3, 4, 5 different alts just to hold, raid mats and those kind of things gets a little bit tedious and annoying over time, as well as managing people's access to the materials there can be risky, sharing accounts or other things like that, things people don't want to do. So having a guild bank would be great for that. I also don't really see any overwhelming issues with having players the opportunity to increase their bank storage space. It just basically alleviates the need for having to make 6 or 7 or 8, 9 different alts just to store your materials and raid consumables and that kind of stuff. The other thing is I generally see no real issue with allowing players the opportunity to use the newer graphics on their end. If they wish to turn them on, they can. If they don't want to turn them on, they don't have to, and they can use the old graphics, still enjoy the game just as much. Those are all things that really don't, change gameplay whatsoever. It's just kind of a couple of management things, if you will, for players. One other thing I'd like to see, but I have no problem with not having it, because there's add-ons that account for it, is a in-game calendar for guild management and signups, but that's something that I'd rather just not have and err on that side of caution again if it's going to alleviate any kind of concerns that Blizzard might want to add more than we think they should. Generally, the survey asks about what time content should be released, as in when it should be available when the servers go live, or whether it should be later, or what people want. My personal take on it is that should keep the voting, or people should keep the voting, to keep it as vanilla as possible. Remember, what people had as their best memories of vanilla is, the patch 1.121, the version of the game where the talents were at that point, the version of the game where characters were at that point, just generally speaking, the mechanics of the game itself. I feel like that's the best place that they should go with it, and that they should, start the game mechanics at that point. However, what they really should do is release the content in the order that it was originally released, with that kind of groundwork laid out with the 1.121 patch or version of the game. I just encourage everybody to take a few moments and fill out the survey here, and keep those things in mind while you're filling it out. As well, feel free to leave your thoughts, comments, and uncontrollable fears about the upcoming opportunity for Classic World of Warcraft. And don't forget to subscribe. You'll be the first to see new videos, streams, and content when I post them on the channel here. And a friendly reminder, dumpster fires are up this time of year, and only you can prevent them. Thanks for watching.